Okay, it is 6:30. I'd like to call this regular meeting of council to order and acknowledge that the City of Winkler is situated on Treaty 1 land, home to the Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that have been made on these territories and dedicate ourselves to a future based on respect for all peoples, moving forward to a harmonious, prosperous future together. Be it resolved that the agenda for this regular council meeting of June 9th, 2026 be adopted. Mover?
Andrew?
Second?
Marvin?
Any additions or changes?
No, sir.
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting of May 24th, 2026 be adopted. Mover?
Ryan?
Second?
Peter?
Comments? All in favor? And that is carried. Moving then into finance. Be it resolved that the accounts payable in the amount of $824,280.90 as approved by the Finance Committee be approved for payment. Mover?
Andrew?
Second?
Ryan?
Check register is attached. You've had a chance to look at it. Any thoughts?
Nope.
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the financial report and statement for May 2026 be received for information. Mover.
Andrew?
Second.
Ryan?
Again, has been attached. You've had a chance to look at it. Anything there that you would like to comment on or would like to question?
These water meters, were those the faulty ones that we paid, that we bought there for $120,079?
No,
No, just extra ones that we
those are, and the only issue, we haven't had issue with faulty water meters. We'd have some gaskets.
okay, well, okay, that's what
Yeah.
it was, okay.
But no, this is
Okay.
just purchase of replacement
Okay.
meters on our regular replacement program.
Okay.
Also to note, of course, is the surplus payment from MSTW. We were aware that was coming, but that is a nice number to receive.
Good job.
Yeah.
Well done, MSTW.
Yeah. I'll take full credit for that.
All in favor?
Well done, but it also begs the question, are the fees too high?
That's basically from, as we had talked about
Carried.
before, those kind of three projects that carry that,
Yeah. I thought you were going to say the
Surplus.
previous board member.
No, oh, no, I'm taking full credit for it.
Continuing on then, gentlemen, be it resolved that the Winkler Fire Department report for May 2026 be received for information. Mover.
Michael?
Second.
Ryan?
Peter?
Peter beat you, Ryan. It's there for your review. Any comments or thoughts that we need to share?
Nothing significant out of the report, just looking through the call list there. I was surprised, I guess vehicles still have accidents when the roads are good.
I think it's interesting just to note as well, so it talks about there are 17 calls in Winkler. There's 8 in the RM and 3 mutual aid calls. I think it's interesting just to see how much activity there was. I know it's 1 month, just how we're partnering with the RM and also with the mutual aid calls to other fire departments there. So, and that we were basically on call again for going up north, but they didn't happen to need us at this point.
Yeah, a lot of calls. We're on track, at least at this pace so far in June. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit different than it has been in the past.
Right.
Our projections are based on what's happening, a fair bit higher than previous years. So.
And obviously, congratulations to James Bueller there for getting promoted to lieutenant.
Excellent. Thank you for your comments. Not seeing further, all in favor? And that is carried. We have a little bit of a change here to the NFPA 1001 standards. There's some changes that are coming to it that'll come into effect June 30th, particularly towards firefighting level 1 and the certification required and the testing that must be completed. As we know, this does not affect anybody from our service this year, but it is a concern, I believe, for our chief. So you have a resolution there with a number of whereases. I assume you've all read it, so I'm going to skip through the whereases and get to the resolution. Therefore be it resolved that the Association of Manitoba Municipalities urge the province of Manitoba, in consultation with Manitoba Emergency Services College and relevant accrediting bodies, to pursue immediate transitional accommodations for firefighters who were actively enrolled under the previous NFPA 1001 standard prior to the implementation of the new standard, including options such as an extension, bridging mechanism, administrative accommodation, or other practical measures that would prevent unnecessary loss of training progress and reduce adverse impacts on municipal fire protection capacity. Be it further resolved that the Association of Manitoba Municipalities advocate for improved transition planning, timely communication, and sufficient course capacity for future firefighter certification standard changes so that municipalities and local fire departments are not placed at risk of service disruptions due to training bottlenecks beyond their control. Mover, please.
Marvin.
Second.
Ryan?
You see it in front of you. It's a lengthy resolution, a number of whereases before it. This is a significant change for volunteer or paid-on-call firefighters and how they get accredited. It's going to be a challenge to services. As I said, this year, it does not affect us. Potentially, though, in the future, it could.
Yeah.
So we're simply asking the Association of Manitoba Municipalities to take a look at it and to dig into it and try to find ways to make this less onerous on municipalities.
So who's pushing it, I wonder?
The NFPA, the actual agency was at the National Fire Protection.
Okay, there.
And the goal is admirable. The goal is to have trained members who are ready to go there to get the accreditation shorter so that people aren't taking some training and then taking a lot of training and then taking a lot of time before they continue to pursue it. For full-time fire services, this makes a whole bunch of sense.
Yeah, but for,
But for volunteer paid-on-call services, it's an entirely different piece because, again, we go back to our employers to take additional time off over short stretches, but
Totally.
even more time off as our members work to get accredited.
So a question about the time of this will be submitted to AMM. Would that be for the next intake or not to be taken there for this? Because we have the meetings on next Monday or whatever.
Next
yeah?
Monday.
So what's the timeline on this?
Let's ask.
I'm
City
not
Manager.
entirely sure. This came from RM of Rockwood. So whether they're getting this in to the June district meetings and still asking for supportive resolutions, that may well be that, so that, but my expectation is that it will be discussed at the June district meetings. That was my understanding. But by the time it gets to AMM for voting, maybe they can show the supporting communities' resolutions.
So, but does this meet the timeline for submitting resolutions to the June district meetings?
What I'm saying is, I think Rockwood may already have done that,
Okay.
and they're asking for additional municipality support.
Okay, so then that could just show up as another municipality supporting that.
Yeah.
Okay, good, thank you.
Further thoughts or comments? All in favor? That is carried. Moving then into transportation and utilities, be it resolved that the following amendments be made to Schedule A of the Traffic and Parking Bylaw number 2283-22. Mover.
Marvin.
Second.
Peter?
As you can see there, this is primarily or solely for that one change in speed. Is that correct, Jody?
That is correct. It's for the change in Willow Ridge for that speed reduction. And I would say from 50 kilometers an hour to 30 kilometers an hour. And I would say this is a good example of collaboration between residents that live there and the city. The request came forward, city staff engaged with some of the residents. We did some speed measuring on those streets to try to determine what was a normal speed for that street. And in the end, we agreed that there could be a speed reduction. The residents there supported it, and so we brought it to Transportation Utilities Committee, where it was also supported.
Excellent. Thank you, Jody. Any final thoughts?
Well, just thanks to our staff and department for working closely. I love the way this one progressed and came together. It's everybody's happy, I think, if we
Yeah.
pass this. Yeah.
Excellent. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the Transportation and Utilities Committee meeting minutes for May 26th, 2026 be adopted. Mover?
Marvin?
Second.
No one wants it.
Sure, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. I was wondering if I was going to die right there.
Fortunately, one resolution at FCM did die like that.
So we've got it on the floor. They're attached. Do you have any comments on what we see there?
Well, maybe a couple.
Please.
One was that we've, since the flooding that we had a couple years ago, we've maybe revived a sump pump program that people can take advantage of to install one if they don't have one. And I was going to make mention of the Willow Ridge one, but it's already done. And another thing that I found positive is when the aquifer is sitting at above average, the
Percentile.
limit. It's about 70, 75%, 10% also. It's good news for us that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're very dependent on that aquifer. Anything else? All in favor? And that is carried. That takes us to health and welfare, sorry. Be it resolved that the Winkler and District Healthcare Board meeting minutes for April 27th, 2026 be received for information. Mover.
Marvin?
Second.
Don?
Attached for your review and thoughts. All in favor? That is carried. Moving then into planning. Be it resolved that council approve subdivision application number 4463-26-8551, subject to a party wall agreement, city approval of engineered lot grading and service plans, and minor variation approval for density. Mover.
Ryan?
Ryan got the second, Peter got the motion. Do we have any thoughts or questions on it? The report to council is there, has all the details in it. All in favor? That is carried. That takes us to our delegations and hearings. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council recess for the purpose of holding public hearings. Mover.
Michael?
Second.
Don?
All in favor? Carried. Jody, if you would help us with the hearing process?
Yes. So for the public hearings, we ask that anyone that is here that wishes to speak either for or against the application would come to the podium and give their name and then speak to the matter. After that, council may have questions. So I'll just go into the
Please.
explanation. Okay, so we have,
Absolutely.
the first one is variation application VA 2026-003. Applicant and owner is David Fair. Address is 1375 Willow Ridge Place. Zoning is R1 residential lower density. The purpose here is in order to construct a sunroom addition, and the variance is to reduce the required rear yard setback from 25 feet to 11 feet 6 inches in the R1 zone. And we have not received objections to this application. You do have a note to council from staff, and barring any major objections, a recommendation to approve.
Excellent. Thank you, Jody. If the proponents are here and wish to speak to it, they are certainly free to do so. I'll ask you to come to the microphone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I live there 75 Willow Ridge, and I applied for some room through the back of my fence, which is closer than the tolerances are, and
Yep.
I'm glad that there's no objections. Looking forward to the project.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Questions, council?
Well, that's
Yeah.
a pretty straightforward thing that's happening all over that development.
Yeah.
There's been others in that development the same way.
Indeed.
Yep, that's right.
Do we have anybody else? Not seeing anybody else in chambers, I imagine that there's nobody else in chambers in opposition. We haven't got anything online either that we see. And Jody's already mentioned we've received nothing at City Hall. Council, do you have any thoughts before we close the hearing?
Nope.
No.
Be it resolved that public hearing for variation application number VA 2026-003 be closed. Mover?
Ryan?
Second?
Andrew, Don.
Go ahead.
Andrew got it. Any last thoughts?
No.
All in favor? Carried. Taking us then to the approval, be it resolved that variation application number VA 2026-003 be approved. Mover.
Peter?
Second.
Marvin?
Comments?
Nope.
All in favor? Carried. Thank you very much.
You get your cordless hammer all revved up. I said, you get your cordless hammer all revved up now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll hire somebody for that.
Jody, I'll let you take the conditional use application number CU 2026-003 for Unit 401 at 191 Kimberly Road.
So the applicants on this conditional use have, since we posted this and since we posted the agenda, have withdrawn their application. So
There is no hearing today.
there is no hearing. We didn't want to just remove it from the agenda, but we wanted to be able to let you know that it's been removed. Therefore, none of these resolutions are required today.
And I appreciate how that process was followed. In this instance, we advertised for it. If somebody has looked at it and seen it and then doesn't see it here, they might
That's
be
right.
confused. So the fact that it was on our agenda with an explanation on why we're not dealing with it, I appreciate that approach.
So what do the minutes say now then?
The minutes will reflect that the application was withdrawn.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That takes us to be it resolved that public hearings be adjourned and regular council reconvene. Mover.
Andrew?
Second.
Michael?
All in favor? Carried. We have no additions. We have no other business. Questions from media or public relevant to this meeting of council? Not seeing anything there either. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council be adjourned. Mover?
Ryan?
Second.
Don.
All in favor?